Hey YouTube, welcome back to Ray's Rides and a happy new year to you. I hope you all had a fantastic Christmas. I've just popped out into the garage today just to share a couple of my tips with you for my winter storage of my bikes. I don't tend to kind of just put them in the garage in October and then start riding them again in March, April time. I will get out if the roads are dry and that, but if they're covered in salt and crud and things like that, because I like to keep my bikes pretty clean most of the time, I tend not to go out, and especially if it's like, you know, -2 outside as well. There's just no point, in my opinion, for me and the way that I ride in getting out on the roads. So what I tend to do is obviously give my bikes a nice thorough clean at the end of the biking season. I fill them up with super unleaded, so not the stuff that's got the E10 ethanol in it, and then I buy the little sachets of fuel stabilizer, add that to the fuel, and then just give it a couple of miles around the block just before I kind of lay them up. I'll keep all the batteries on a trickle charger as well, so I'll kind of disconnect the batteries and keep them on the trickle charger, or on the BMWs they've got the CAN bus, so I'll just kind of plug them in and leave them plugged in there. But the other thing that you might find, if like me you've just got a single skin garage, is you'll suffer quite a lot in the colder months from condensation. And I used to come in some days and find that anything metal on the bike was just completely covered in condensation and things like that. It probably doesn't do it any harm because of obviously the protective coating that you have on the bikes and things like that, but it's just one of my little bugbears. And you might have noticed it on, you know, things like some tools and stuff like that. You'll come out and you'll notice that there's like a fine layer of rust on there, and that's all down to the condensation you get in these single skin garages. So what I did a couple of years ago was buy one of these, which is a dehumidifier. This is a Miko dehumidifier. I just brought it off of Toolstation, I think, or something like that. They're readily available for, I think, £80 I paid for that. And what it does is basically just suck all the moisture up out of the garage and then collects it in this little external pipe, and I've just drilled a hole through there and it spits it out into the garden. They do also have some internal reservoirs as well, but you'll find that they do fill up very quickly and your dehumidifier will kind of cut out and stop working until you've emptied it. But to get around that, just plumb an external pipe in, and you can see that the water just drains out of there, and it does an absolutely fantastic job of keeping all that condensation out and keeping your bikes nice and dry. The only thing I will say is do budget a few pounds for them, because they're not the cheapest things to run. It's probably equivalent to running an air conditioning unit, something like that. So yeah, just make sure that you save up the pennies and the pounds to you know, to pay for it at the end of the month as well. But for me, it's well worth it because it keeps my bikes nice and clean and tidy. So they're my top tips for today. Not much riding, but I will be getting out at the end of January and looking forward to doing the second BMW bike review. So that's it for today. Take care, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.